Another crazy dream update. This one is going to be a long video because I had like four dreams and they were all crazy. So, first part, like I woke up in the middle of the night to like go pee or whatever, and I already had two crazy dreams, and I fell back asleep and had two more crazy dreams. So, bear with me. First one, I had my two tattoo artists from Reno were in town, I guess, because there was like a convention, and one of them had like a bunch of people coming up to like look at his work or something. So it was like a super legit thing, and they were super excited. And one of them like set up this whole like rented out like a room. It was just like a room with a bunch of couches and chairs and stuff and like cabinets and like looked fancy. And the other one and I were like, well, let's mess with him. So every time he would leave, we would like move one piece of furniture or like fluff up the cushions weird or like wrinkle something. So then he would come back and get all super pissed off and like fix it. And then it like changed where it was a video game and there were a bunch of coins on the ground. You like pick up a coin in a video game, it's like boing, and then there's like a bunch more of them. So it would do that. So me and the one guy were sitting there and we were picking up all these coins and they were like multiplying and stuff. So there were coins like everywhere. And we were like, oh, we gotta mess the guy. Like he's gonna get so pissed off. So then we started like putting them in couch cushions and stuff. So when you'd sit on them, they would go boing, and then there would be more coins, and it would like fluff up the couch and stuff. So we did that. And we hit them all on the couches and stuff. And then the one tattoo artist comes back with all of like the people, and I guess it's like, like when people shoot. What am I trying to say? When there's like a meeting or whatever, and there's the one person, and there's like five board members or whatever, and they're all like when their suits and clipboards and they're walking around looking all important. It was kind of like that. So he brought all of these like fancy board members or whatever, and they like sit on the couch, and the coins are like bing, and then they multiply, and they're all super pissed off. And I think they ended up leaving or something, and then the tattoo artist was like, why did you do that? This was so important for me. And the other guy and I were like, it's so funny. So that was one of my dreams. And then another one was, I guess I moved out, and I was grocery shopping for like house stuff. And I remember I had two rugs. I had a mattress and a box spring, and then like a bunch of tables and stuff. And then I like turned around and I looked at my cart, and it was like super overflowing. And I was like, well, I don't need any of this stuff because I already have mattresses and rugs and tables and stuff. Like, this is stupid. So then I go to start putting it all back, but it was all like super precariously stacked. And in your dream, again, physics doesn't make sense in dreams. So it was all like just like one piece on another. And I'd like casually take one off and like put it back and like move the mattress and stuff, and it was all super precarious. And then at the end it all like fell perfectly into my arms or something, so I could put it all away, which was kind of cool. But I don't really understand why it was all stacked weird, but whatever. And then I end up putting it all away, and I go to like the outside section so I could look at plants, kind of like Home Depot, where there's that outside portion where you look at plants. And there was this really cool pot that I liked, but it had plants in it, but the plants were dead. And I was like, okay, well, can I get this pot and then put plants in it and just take that and like make that my thing? And like, yeah, cool, whatever. So I started putting plants in it, and it was all like these really pretty purple and white flowers, and I made it look super pretty. It was a really big one too. Like, it was, can't really see my arms, but like a wine barrel size kind of. And so I was like putting a bunch of plants in it. It was really pretty. And then one of my coworkers shows up, and he wants to help, and I'm like, okay, get me purple and white flowers. And he like starts bringing super ugly plants that like don't go with my color scheme. And I'm like, no, I don't want those in there. I want purple and white flowers. Like, I was going for a theme here. And then he gets all butthurt, and he's like, well, how am I gonna help? And I was like, I don't know, just like bring me something. And he starts bringing me worms, which, good for plants, whatever. But for some reason, every single time he brought me a worm, one of my flowers would die. So then, like, the first couple times, I was like, oh, yeah, bring me worms, whatever, like, it's nice. And then my flowers started dying. I was like, dude, stop bringing me worms. Like, they're killing my flowers. Again, physics doesn't make sense in dreams. I don't know why I keep saying physics, but I'm going to keep saying it probably. So then he comes back, and he has this, like, worm that's, like, this big, like, the size of my arm. And he, like, throws it in the pot, and it's all, like, creepy and slimy, like, giant worm. Bleh. And all my plants died. And I'm like, dude, what the hell? Like, I was trying to make all these plants. And he was like, I was just trying to help. And I was like, no, you're killing my plants. Like, stop. And then I get all mad and I leave. So that's another one of the dreams. So we're at 2 now. Oh shoot, I gotta remember the other one. There was one where, oh, I remember my ex-boyfriend and a different coworker were neighbors, and my coworker was telling me that my ex-boyfriend only played video games all day and was very sad, and I should come over and check on him. And I was like, okay. And I remember just getting there, and all he was doing was playing video games. And my coworker was like, see? And I was like, and that was that dream, so that one wasn't as weird. But then there was this other weird one. I got a job at like some kind of restaurant, but it was like a super local, like same type of people go there kind of restaurant. And I guess I was like working for the government, and I was like some undercover agent for this whole issue that was happening. And my first assignment was this restaurant. It was kind of like a pub almost, like a sports bar. And they had this hot tub in the back, and they like show me the hot tub because I guess it's like initiation or whatever. But so I guess the premise of it was kind of like a zombie dream, where, you know, like the zombie movies where there's like a new disease or a new vaccine or something, and then people become zombies. It was kind of like that, but they didn't become zombies. They became the Greys, and they had eyes, but they were like whited out like blind people. And I guess you could tell like what generation they were based on how like white or gray they were. So I guess the darker gray, like the meaner and like rabid, I guess, kind of like, again, like zombies, but like they were people and you could talk to them. So I don't really understand. But the darker gray that they were is like the earlier generations when they were mean. And then like the whiter they were, the nicer they were. And I guess they came out of the hot tub, like the bottom, like there was a panel or whatever, and there was this like whole magic underworld, like different dimension that they came out of. And it was just like, this was just part of like my waitress initiation. And like, hey, let's show you the hot tub where the Greys come out of. And I was like, what? This is what? And like, it was my assignment for the government thing, so it was cool. But so, you know, I was talking to him about it, and I guess in like the early years, they used to come out all the time, and it was really, really bad, and they had to lock it. But now it was like 5 years down the road or something, and they leave it unlocked because doctors come out of there now. And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, only doctors come out of there. So there's like the Greys, but they're doctors. So I don't really understand, but whatever. Again, it's a dream. So then they're telling me like the specials or whatever, you know, when someone orders, they're like, what's today's soup special? And, you know, they're like giving me my own little like notepad and like cute little apron and stuff. And there's just a bunch of like, it's like 50-50 where there's like normal people and then like the Greys, but they all have like white eyes. So I guess they're good. And I just like started waitressing, and I was like taking orders, and I was like, yeah, the soup special today is clam chowder. And it was just random people. So I have a dream book somewhere around here that like explains themes, so you can look up like, oh, what does water mean in my dream, or what does waitressing mean in my dream, and it tells you like things going on in your life. So maybe I'll look those up and tell you guys, but I just wanted to share my crazy dreams right now, and I will keep updating you guys because these are weird. These are some weird, and they're like super vivid, you know, because, you know, dreams are vivid and whatever, and super detailed. But yeah, so that's last night's dream.